Welcome to Mythbusters Reading Edition. My name is Dr. Kathryn Garforth from Garforth Education.
And I'm Lynn Givens from Connect to Comprehension. Phonological awareness and phonics instruction and practice are for young students only. Well, this myth was busted by the National Reading Panel in 2000 when this huge study came out done by lots of experts, and they said phonological instruction and phonemic instruction is important for young children, yes, but it's also important for any student who is struggling to learn to read. So if you have done all of that and you still have a 4th and 5th grader who is struggling to read, you can't throw phonological instruction out the window just because the child is older. So I think that's a really important point to make. I have so many teachers who ask me, well, what do I do? My child is I have a student in 3rd grade, or I have a student in 4th grade who doesn't know his letter sounds. What should I do? And I almost want to laugh because I want to, I say, well, if he doesn't know his letter sounds, you need to teach him his letter sounds. It doesn't matter if he's in 4th or 5th grade. And I explain to teachers the difference between grade level instruction and skill level instruction. So we need to take each child where he or she is in terms of his skills. Forget the grade, although that will affect how we teach, but it won't affect what we teach. If we find that a child in 4th or 5th grade is missing those underlying foundational skills, we have to provide them and then move on, but we have to provide those skills so that we're not building a wall based on Swiss cheese with so many holes in it that it will not stand. We have to build that wall for that student that's a concrete wall so that every step becomes automatic for him.
Yes, and I also think it's important to highlight that phonological awareness is one of this, or phonemic awareness is one of the biggest reasons for individuals to struggle with reading. And it also affects their comprehension and their ability to communicate in speech because it's their perception of how the words are said. And an individual who struggles with that will have problems when they're speaking too. So working on that phonological awareness and phonemic awareness can help increase the clarity in which they speak and communicate with others. And I've seen huge improvements in speech clarity with clients that I've worked with when we work on that phonological awareness because they train their ear to hear the difference between their sounds and, words like Braden and Brandon, for some individuals who struggle with phonological awareness, or Craig and Greg, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can make those errors without even realizing it because they don't have that ability to discriminate it. And it's to them, it sounds the same. And it's, especially when we have students who have English as an additional language, where their home language or their first languages don't have the same phonemes as in English, right? So they can naturally hear the difference based on what they've experienced at home. So we need to help teach them the difference between the sounds.
And you've talked about phonemic awareness and phonological awareness, so we can even take a step back because phonemic awareness is the highest level of phonological awareness. But before we even talk about that, we need to make sure that students understand, if we say a sentence to them, that they understand that that sentence is made up of discrete words. And for some students, if I say to you, did you close the door? They don't understand that did you close the door, that those words are separate and that they all have meaning. So for some students, you need to start at that basic a level, especially for students with speech and language issues. Mm-hmm. So if you need to go back to that basic beginning level of phonological awareness, if that's what you need to do, then that's what you need to do. So it doesn't all necessarily begin with letters and sounds, although we've talked so much about that, but it may even be more elementary than that.
Well, and I think some educators don't realize that just because an individual can create sentences and use these words in sentences, it's that relationship between conscious awareness and unconscious awareness. Because unconsciously, they can put these together, but consciously, they don't necessarily realize that they're distinct words.
Mhm.
So it's bringing that to your attention and the attention of the individual of where those words are.